मुझे तो आप चाहिए। A very good evening to all the participants. I heartily welcomes you all on the very sixth day of this FTP. So we will discuss about mind mapping as well as how to create infographics by using ICT tools. So in today's session, you will came to know that when sometimes we are not in the position to learn something or write something or read something, but you want to engage to students in a you can say that in a convenient manner or in an easy manner, then what you can do, you can just frame a mind map, and in that particular mind map you can add e-content, as much e-content as you want to add, in the form of images, in the form of videos, in the form of e-text, right? So how we can do that? By using mind mapping. Let me first tell you mind mapping. Sir, let me allow to share my screen. Pramod sir, hello.
I have done from my side.
Yeah, okay. Let me check. Yeah, it's now done. Thank you. So I'm sharing my screen. First of all, I will tell you what is mind mapping. Mind mapping is a basically it's a visual tool to think over your ideas, and it's a brainstorming technique basically to explore your ideas in a better manner and present information in a unique visual way. Mind map is a diagram for representing your tasks, your words, your concepts, or the items that are linked around a central concept. Means in the center there is a main concept, and the sub topics as well as the child topics of that particular topic are linked with to that main topic in a non-linear graphical layout, right? So what are the various benefits of mind mapping? Mind mapping basically avoids dull and rote learning, linear kind of thinking, and it explores and jogging down your creativity basically. And uh, by using mind mapping, you will just enjoy because it's a new and representing tasks basically in the form of that particular threads. Okay. Now, when you can use mind map and how you can use mind map, you can use mind map basically when you are doing a brainstorming activity, like when you have given some kind of problem solving activity to students. You can use mind mapping individually as well as in groups. Okay, you can plan a particular topic. uh, if the students have some kind of ideas of creating a new topic, then you can use this particular mind mapping while research, during research, or when you have to jot down the information from multiple sources, from pieces into a whole. You have a number of resources, right? And you want to jot down that information into one particular platform, then you can use this mind mapping. Okay, and you can present the information from that single platform. It's basically gaining insight on complex subjects. When you have many things to do, then you can use this particular mind mapping. Obviously, it's helpful in note taking as well as in memorization. And what are the various tools of creating mind mapping? See, friends, there are a number of tools for creating mind mapping, like MindMister, iMindMap, Google, XMind, FreeMind. XMind is also very good. Miro is good. I use Miro, I use FreeMind, XMind, um, Co-mapping, and then Mindomo. Stormboard is also good. Mind Manager, Maple, Scapel, Co-mapping, Mindomo, and many more. So friends, today we will going to discuss about one of the mind mapping tool that's a wonderful tool actually, and that is MindMister. It's a collaborative tool basically in which you can collaborate your students in a cooperative manner, means you can collaborate in the form of 4 to 5 groups. Okay, and this is a basic sample of drawing a mind map. How you can draw a mind map? Here is a central concept, here all the sub concepts, and these all are the child topics related to that central theme. This is one of the sample that how the mind mapping looks like. It's a simpler one, and this is a complex kind of mind mapping in which one particular topic is representing with the help of several child topics. Okay, now what is MindMister? MindMister is an online mind mapping application that allows its users basically to visualize, to share, and to present their thoughts in a unique manner. MindMister was launched in 2007 by Mister's Labs. It's a software company that was founded by Michael Holoff and Till Waldman. And you know, friends, up to now, MindMister has been widely used by more than 7 million users all over the world for creating different mind maps on different topics. For creating mapping, what you have to do, you have to go to the MindMister and you have to log in here as www.mindmister.com. And after login, this is the main interface of mind mapping. Friends, if you already have an account, then you just have to log in from here. But if you don't have an account, first of all, you should have to sign up. And when you are doing filling the sign up information, it will ask you to join as a teacher or a student. Then you have to fill like as a teacher or student. And after this, it will ask you to verify your email ID. Then by signing your mail ID, you have to verify your account, and then your account will be created. Okay. And after signing up, you have an account. Then you have to log in by putting up your credentials, right? And this is the main interface after login. And as you saw here, these all are the ready-made templates of creating MindMister mind mapping. And here is a blank template. If you don't like these kind of mind mapping charts or templates, then you can create your own mind mapping template also by just clicking on the plus icon. Uh, After this, from here, you can create a new mind map by clicking on this plus tab. And these all are the templates, ready-made templates of creating a mind map. This one is aligned in which 4 directions are there, and in the center there is a main concept. And this is an organizational chart in which main concept is on the upper side and sub concepts and child topics are on the lower side. And this is left aligned mind mapping in which main concept is on the center side and all the child topics are aligned towards the left side. And this is the right aligned, means all the subtopics, subthreads are aligned towards the right side. And this is the free aligned mind mapping. And when you will click on creating a new mind map, then on the right hand side, these are the basic features that you can change while creating your mind map. Means you can change the text size, you can change the background size, uh, you can fill up the colors in different boxes, you can add icons, you can add
Madam,
images.
excuse me, madam.
Ji.
Your audience. Hmm, one
Yes, sir.
minute. Actually, one guy is asking that
Ji.
is it same as artificial intelligence?
No, artificial intelligence is entirely different. I'm talking about the ICT tool.
Okay,
I'm not talking about the artificial intelligence.
okay. So क्या आप बताएंगे इनको कि what is the difference between artificial intelligence and mind map?
Okay. Mind mapping is basically a ICT collaborative learning tool. And artificial intelligence is just like a kind of assumption that you are creating. Let's suppose you don't have eyes, you can't see. So with the help of artificial intelligence, a machine of that are used for the eyes, you can little bit have directional ideas about that particular. Artificial intelligence is entirely different topic as compared to mind mapping. Mind mapping is only a tool in which you can work and collaborate the work at one platform. Okay.
And
Uh,
madam, one guy is asking that
hmm.
difference between subtopics and child topics.
Yeah, I'm going to that. See, here is the central theme. When I will start, then I will differentiate between these things. So first of all, I'm just introducing these things, and after then I will start with my central theme, and I will show you what is the main topic, what are the subtopics, and what are the child topics behind that. Okay, and these are the task features that are showing on the upper bar. So let me escape this and going towards directly towards how to create a mind map. For that, you have to go to MindMister, mind mapping. You have to go to Google Chrome and type www.mindmister.com, and after login, this is the main interface of creating a new mind map. See, friends, in one MindMister mind mapping means from one login ID, you can create only 3 mind maps by using one account for free. Means from one account of MindMister, you can create only 3 mind mapping. If you have to create more than 3, then again you have to go for pro version, you have to go for paid version. Only 3 MindMister mind mapping tools are allowed in MindMister mind mapping for free. So how it looks like, let me click on one of that I have already created and show you how it looks like. See, on the left hand side from here, this is the zoom icon. From by using this, you can zoom in and zoom out. So this is a MindMister mind mapping tool on data gathering tools. As you saw here, in one MindMister mind mapping tool, all the data gathering tools are here at one platform. Like as you saw, this is the, see, now this is the main topic, and these are the subtopics. And after this, let's suppose attitude scale has further bifurcations related to very sub branches, you can say that, or you can say that the child topics, main topic, subtopic, and the child topics related to that subtopics, right? So see, if I'm playing this video will going to be played. So you can upload the videos, you can upload e-content link. See, if you are looking over here, the external link icon in the form of an arrow, and if you will click here, it will take to the next window. Means the e-content that I have attached with this is opening in the next tab. So like this, you can upload images, you can upload videos, you can upload e-content, icons are there, images are there. So here is the again next video that I have uploaded related to the interview. And here is the attitude scale. And this is the relationship thread, means these two topics are subtopics are interrelated with each other.
Madam, why we use mind map? What is the need of mind mapping?
I already tell you, sir, this thing.
Actually,
When,
one guy is asking.
see, if you are, as you are living in this modern present scenario, and we all are at home, okay, and the students are not going to the school. And if you are want to give them notes related to a particular unit or related to one, let's suppose on data gathering tools, then what you have to do, you have to, if you want to collect all the material at one platform and you want your students will work towards that in a unique manner, in a different manner, then you have all the material with you at one platform. You need not to go here and there to collect different kind of materials. You want a video at the same time on one topic, you want a e-content on the another topic, you want images related to the third topic, then you can create. And friends, it is entirely up to you which type of teacher you are, or which type of material you want to give to your students. You know, uh, uh, बिकॉज हम प्रेजेंट सिनारियो में रह रहे हैं, हर कोई नए नए तरीके एक्सप्लोर कर रहा है, हर रोज नई टेक्निक्स आ रही हैं, चीजें चेंज हो रही हैं. सो फॉर दैट यू हैव योर ओन आइडियाज टू एंगेज द स्टूडेंट्स इन अ बेटर मैनर, so that they can learn more and more in spite of just a traditional learning or reading from. Let's suppose I'm just reading this e-content all the time, so I'm getting bored. So remove the monotony from the students, remove the fatigue from the students. You can use these kind of techniques with your students to learn them in a better manner and so as to engage them in a better manner, right? See here, the e-content is there, the videos are there related to different kind of e-learning tools, and images are there, and even you can upload the material from external links, or you can upload your material from Google Drive also in the form of Google Doc. Let me show where is that. Click. This is an image that I have linked over this. See, checklist, one video is there, then self notes of Google Doc link. If I'm clicking here, it will take me to my drive. See, this is from my Google Doc. So this is how you can upload your own notes even while creating this mind mapping. Another question, sir? Is there any question? Let me check. Okay. Now, see friends, how we can add videos here and how we can add material, e-material or images by creating a new mind mapping tool. And the benefit of this is basically the students in the form of playing manner, or just by giving not when they are not in the mood to learn, they can just play them and watch the video, and at the same time their learning will going to be takes place. जब भी हम कोई नया काम करते हैं या घर में कोई नई चीज लेके आते हैं तो एक एक्साइटमेंट होती है, आई थिंक होती है, सबको होती है कि क्या है, क्या लेके आए हैं. सेम इज विद दिस. When the teacher is using different kinds of new techniques in the class, the students will get more and more engaged in your class in a better manner, and they will pay more attention. So that's why you can use, and it is entirely up to you, right? And how we can create, let me go back. As I already told you, we can use 3 mind mapping tools from one account. So I have already 3 mind mapping tools. So let me delete one. If I want to delete one, just click on that and click on move to trash. So I want to delete this item. So this item is deleted now. So now if I want to create new one, so what could I have to do? Just I'm clicking on this plus template. So this is my new mind mapping as a blank template. See, here I am putting my main topic, that is learning Simple. That was we are taking this particular topic learning because I am taking example of this particular topic in all the sessions. Huh? So this is my main topic. And how you can add child topics? There are two ways. Click here on this main topic. Click here on this plus tab. Or if you don't want to do that, uh, then again click here on undo. Then this tab will be deleted. But if you want to create again the main topic, then again you have to type here learning or learning theories, let's suppose. Okay. And you can just click here and click on double enter. Automatically new tab will be created. If you are creating a mind map in hurriedly way, means आपको बहुत जल्दी जल्दी से कुछ बनाना है, तो आप short icons का tabs का use कर सकते हो by clicking on double enter. You don't have to every time go here by putting up a new subtopic. You can just click double enter and you can directly this thread is opening automatically. So in learning, let me add here concept of learning. Then I want to add here child topic. I'm clicking here. See, I want to add another sub branch. Let's suppose again theories of learning. And if you want to write here different kind of theories, or let me add here principles. Principles of learning. I want to write here again, clicking double enter. Trial and error theory of learning. Then clicking double enter. Classical conditioning theory of learning. How many sub branches you want to add, you can do that like this. Then again clicking on this enter. Third is let's suppose operant conditioning of learning. Then enter, write inside theory of learning. Okay. And if you want to write here, let's suppose here in insight learning. So click here and click on the plus tab. So how these kind of sub branches will be or child topics will be created in this particular subtopic. Inside theory, let's suppose principles of this theory. Then double enter, experiment of this theory. Then double enter, then features of this theory. Enter. Advantages of this theory. Then disadvantages. Right. So let's suppose these all are the subtopics. And if you want to add further the principles, let me add one. Click here on enter. No, I don't want to click enter over here. Then go to undo. Click here on principles. Click here on plus tab C. Let me add readiness, law of readiness simply. Then click here on enter. Law of exercise. Then click here on enter. of exercise, if you want to add, then if you want to add here another subtopic, click here on principles, click here on plus tab. See, third sub branch will be added, law of effect. Let's suppose. So this is how you can add as many subtopics as you want to do. You want to write something over here, light of effect, then click here on plus, another sub branch will be, child topic will be created, like law effect, pleasure and pain. Pleasure and right, go to back to the effect, click here on plus, pain. Okay, so this is how you can add subtopics. Now, if you want to go here to zoom in and to zoom out, you can check out. So these all are the sub branches that we can create like this. Now, please watch carefully. This is a very wonderful feature of this particular mind mapping tool. See friends, if you wrap down your text, whatever you have created, if you wrap down your material, you want to open the sub branches, the child topics one by one. You won't just go here on open up like inside theory of learning. See, this is the round. If you will click here, all the subtopics will be wrapped out. Means you want to explain over here, then this will be shown only. But if you want to open this wrap down material, then by clicking over here, the material that you have wrapped automatically opens. And if you want to just wrap down this particular part, then by clicking over here, that particular part will be wrapped. And if you want to open that, by clicking over here, that part will be open. So this is very beautiful feature of this mind mapping tool. And if you want to change the scroll down the position, you can just drag and drop the position of that particular subtopic or child topic like this. Right. Then how we can change the color of main topics or sub branches or the child topics, I will show you. By clicking over here, see, from here you can choose the font size, small, medium or large. I am choosing the size of this as large. You want this as bold, click here on bold. You want this as an italic, click here on italic. So like this you can change the font size of all the main topics and all the child topics. Okay, right? It again depends upon your requirement of that particular topic that you want to create, but it's a very MindMister has very wonderful features. See, like this you can change the size and the boldness of a particular subtopic or the main topic. Right. So now, friends, after this, there are three icons. One is to change the color. Second is to change the style. And third is to change the content. Friends, if you want to change the color, after these colors, there are two tabs. One is text and other is background. If you want to change the background, you have to click here on background. You have to click here on the concept in which you want to change the color. Let me change the color like this. I want to change the color of this particular text. I want to change the color of this particular text. I want to change the color of this particular box as a background. I want to change the color of this particular background. So like this, you can differentiate among different subtopics and the child topics. Okay. And if you want to change the text color, then by clicking on that particular box, by clicking on text, you can change the text. See, like this. See, like this, you can change the text color and the background color of the particular subtopics. Let's see. Like this, you can change as many features as you can. So this is how you can change the color of text as well as the background. Now friends, if you want to change the style, you want to change the style of this particular child topic by clicking on that subtopic, click on this. If you want to change the style of this, you can do directly from here by clicking on that particular style. And if you want to customize the styles, you just click over here, go to format topic, you check the boundary style, click here on shadow, change the styles. I want to change the style like this. Background shadow, you want light or strong? I want glossy as a gradient. Then you want to change the width. I want the width like this. And after that, click on OK. See, this is how you can change the styles of different boxes. Okay. Now, if you want to change the boundary, see, I want to give this particular subtopic as a different boundary. Means I want inside theory of learning as a one boundary because this is one subtopic. Click here, choose any one boundary. So this particular subtopic is comes in one boundary like this. Okay, you want to change the boundary style, you can do that. And if you want to customize, I want to customize this, click here on customize, choose the style, choose the color, or you want to change the colors like this, change the opacity, change the border color, you want to change the line style as a dotted line, you want to change the width, you can do that and click on OK. See, all the features, all the inside theory of learning, the subtopic and the child topics come in one boundary like this. If you will click here on customize. I think there are some questions in chat box. Let me check the chat box first. मैम इस प्रोग्राम के लिए क्या नया no 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 oh no you don't need to put in any kind of app here. You just have to go to Google Chrome and type mindmister.com and you have to make your account by signing up. Okay, now friends, let me tell you how to add icons. Let me click here. I want to add an icon over here, classical conditioning theory. Let me click here over classical conditioning theory, and these all are the icons. See, in classical conditioning, there is a bell. So I am giving an icon of bell in this particular scene. The bell icon that I have clicked comes here. Okay. And there are a number of icons. If I'm clicking here, see, you can use these icons as per your own requirement of the particular topic. Birds, animals, buses, colors, cycles, all things are there. Telephone. So which topic you are using, you can put that icon as an image. Let's suppose concept of learning. And I am adding this as a concept of learning. I want to just take this right icon. See, this concept of learning as a line icon comes here. Okay. So this is how you can put different icons as per your own requirement of that particular topic. And from here you can go back. Now please listen carefully. If I want to add an image here, by clicking on the main topic, go to the feature over here, images. By clicking here over images, see, these all are the images. See friends, let me tell you one thing. If you want to add an image, click here on add an image. There are the four options. You want to upload a new image, but if you will click here, it will ask you to go for upgrade version, means go for paid version. But if you want to use this in your daily on daily basis with your students, then the price of this particular upgrading tool is very less. I think $4. So it's a wonderful app. Even you can take that price charges also, if you your organization can take, if you are using this want to use this particular mind mapping tool in your teaching. And if you don't want to go for paid version, then click here again on add image. See, there are the four options from where you can upload an image. You can upload an new image from your desktop, or you can use web image. You can draw an image, or you can browse an image from the library. Library of this MindMeister. See friends, in MindMeister library, there are 50 images that are free and that you can use for uploading. So I have choose a particular topic of learning. So from this 50 images, I'm choosing this image as my title image, and click here, use a selected image. See, the image that I have chosen comes here. So like this, you can add images you want to add in the topics or in the subtopics. Let me add another image so that you came to know how the images will be added. By clicking on that subtopic, clicking here on add image, go to browse image from library. Let me add this image. See, the image comes here. Okay. Now, how to insert a video? There is one more feature. If I am clicking here and I am clicking here on this image, I want to insert a image automatically. So this Wunderbilt icon, pen-like icon, I'm clicking here on this pen-like icon. See, the image related to this particular topic automatically comes here. This is a very beautiful feature of this MindMeister Mind Mapping, and this feature is called as Wunderbilt feature. Means you need not to search of related images, related videos, or related links. That will come automatically if you will click here on the subtopic and click here on this Wunderbilt like icon. Okay, so I am telling you now how to add videos. So let's suppose I want to add a video on operant conditioning. Click here on that particular subtopic. Click here on add videos. Now, what you have to do, you have to go here, browse videos. See, the videos related to this particular topic automatically searched by this MindMeister Mind Mapping comes here. Right. So if you want to use these videos, after seeing that this video is related to my topic and this is useful for my students, then you can choose that. Let's suppose I'm choosing this particular video as a useful video for my students. Choose this. Or if you want to see this video, then you can click here on that particular icon to see that particular video. See, This is the right icon to choose this. By clicking here, this is selected. Go to this use selected video, and the video that I have choose for my particular topic automatically comes here in the embedded form. Right. Let me show you by zooming in. See, the video of the particular topic that I have selected comes here. Okay, this is how you can add videos. Let me show you one more. I'm clicking here on classical conditioning, or let's suppose I'm clicking here on inside theory of learning. I want to insert a video over here. Let me, I have clicked here already in the videos. Now I will show you how the videos will be inserted automatically by clicking here again on this Wonderbit like icon. The video related to insight learning automatically searched by this MindMeister mind mapping. It's a very useful feature of this particular mind mapping tool. So this is how you can insert videos automatically. And friends, if you don't like the videos and the material that is searched by this MindMeister mind mapping, then what you can do, just let me click here to principles of learning. I want to add the principles of learning as an outsource. Then for that, what could I do? I will go to YouTube. I will select CC Commons, then Creative Commons video, and copy the link and insert the link over here. But first of all, let me show you how to insert link. See, if you will click here, URL. I am clicking here on this principles, or I want to add another subtopic here. Let me click here over link. So just wait. I am clicking here and go to Google and type here principles of learning. Now see, but before selecting any e-content, go to the settings, go to advanced search, go to filter by license, because you can select only that content that you can that is free to use and share. So I have selected free to use and share. Click on advanced search. Now the material that comes, I can use that material. So by opening this learning principles in the next tab, see, so let's suppose this is the e-content that I want to use for my students that they could learn. So just select this URL, copy this, go to MindMeister mind mapping and paste the URL over here. Paste. Click here. See, the URL that I have pasted, see, comes here. And if I will click here, it will automatically takes to the next tab that I have added here. Is it okay? Isn't it beautiful? So like this, by adding, inserting links, you can add images, you can add videos, you can add e-content, you can add PPTs, PowerPoint presentation, whatever material you want to add, you can add simply as an external link in this one platform by using only one MindMeister mind mapping. Right. Okay. Now, if you want to tell your student what is the concept of learning and you want to add simply a notes related to the particular topic, then what you can do, see, click here. See, here is there are the 3 lines. By clicking here, you can add notes. Let's suppose I want to write, what is learning? Learning is something that you want to write is modification of behavior through experience. Hmm? Right. And whatever other material you want to add, you can do that. Huh? And by clicking here on advanced feature, see, you want to edit your notes, then you can do that. You want to change the text color of this particular e-content, you can do that. See, I want to change the text color. I want to make it bold. I want to make it italic. I want to make it underline. I want to change the font size as an 18. I want to make this bullet. I want to insert a link. See, so the link, click here on done. So the link of this form is created. If you want to add another link, you can do that. You want to insert an image over here in the notes, you can do that. Right? If you want to remove the format, you have to click here. And after doing all the things, after writing all the definitions, all the material, all the bullet points that you want to add, after then you have to click here on OK. Right? Now, see, the material that you have added is shown over here in the form of these notes. It means that when you students will click here, they will came to know that some information in the form of notes will be given by the teacher. Right? Okay. So this is how you can add the notes. See, this is also very beautiful. See friends, I have added a video of half an hour. I have given the material of e-content that is up to 20 pages length. But uh, you don't want that the students read all the material or the students watch all the video. Then what you can do, let's suppose I want to give my students a direction that they can just watch first 2 minutes video. Okay, so click here on this icon, means you want to give a message in the form of writing something. So I am writing here read, or sorry, watch only yeah, watch from 1 minute to 2 minute video only. Oh, like this you can, and click here on say it. So like this you can limit your students. Don't explore unwanted material that are here with this video, or that are here with this reading text. If you will click here, the students will came to know that they have to watch this only particular text. Right? Isn't it okay? So like this, you can give a message, you can add external links, and let me tell you one more thing. I want to add an external link over here in classical conditioning. Click here on link, click here on this icon. See, the related material of that particular content automatically comes here in the form of link, or in the form of video, the form of attachment. If you want to attach something, then you have to click here and click here on the plus tab. When you will click here on plus tab, you can add local files by clicking here. But if you will click, it will again ask to go for upgrade version. But during lockdown, these all the features were free. I have used already, and I showed you from my Google Doc that see, and this is the checklist that I have attached with this particular form, Mr. Mind Mapping. But now these all are the paid features. You can upload material from your Dropbox. You can upload a material from your Google Drive. But if you will click here, then it will ask to go for paid version, and you can use all the features one by one if you want to do. And if you want to give a particular task, then you can assign them. Let's suppose 25% done or 50% done, and you want to give priority, like priority 1 or priority 2. You want to give them as an assignment, then you can click here. You want to give the assignment, which you want to assign, you can write the names over here. You want to give, sorry, if you want to give a due date, then you can click here on due date. I want this as a due date on 3rd December and click here. So this is how you can assign a task like this. Okay. Now friends, uh, there are 2 or 3 more features that I want to show. If I want to show that there is a relationship between 2 child topics or 2 subtopics, then you have to go here. This is a relationship thread. I want to show the relationship between this classical conditioning and the operant conditioning. So you can give them a link. Or let's suppose opening again, I want to give these 2 topics as a relation. Then by choosing this, I will see, click here. And if you want to edit this, then you can do that. How? Let me click here, click here. I want to make these 2 topics as sub-related. And if you want to do the changes of this relationship, then click here. You want to change the color, then you can do that. You want to add label. Yes, I want to add label in between. Something you want to write related topics. Then you can label that. And if you want to edit label, you can do that. You want to delete label, you can do that. You want to delete connection, then you can do that like this. Right? So this is the relationship thread if you want to give a particular link between the 2 topics. And if you want to add a floating topic, click here, add topic or add floating topic. I want to add floating topic. So see friends, when the students will go through all the material, you can give here a link of the test that we have already prepared in Google Form or in quizzes or in Testimos or in Kahoot. So you can give any link. Let's suppose after reading or after going through all the text, you have to give a test and the link is here. So like this, you can give a particular information to your students in the form of floating topic. And if you want to customize map theme, you can do that like this. Main topic or the background topics, you want to make the customize, you want to choose file as a background, or you want to change this customize as red or green. If you want to choose, then you can do that. Rounded simple or rounded organic or straight organic, the styles, and click here on OK. Some topic styles of this map have been modified. No, I don't want to give them the override. So you can choose the customized theme in the bit in between. See, so the background of your theme will be changed like this. If you don't like this, then click here on undo. This will be gone. If you again want, then click here on redo. Applying theme. Okay, isn't it okay? So this is how you can use as many features as per your own requirement to create a new topic. And now very important feature. So now be ready how you can collaborate, how you can give a task to your students. On the lower hand side, there is a button called share. If you will click here on share, how you can share with this map to others by inviting them by email IDs. You can write the email IDs. Let's suppose. And you can click here on invite. Or if you want to invite them by link, then click here on link and you can copy the link and whom you want to invite, you can invite that. And if you want to change the sharing settings, you have to click here on sharing settings. See very carefully. If you want your students or your teachers can collaborate with you, then you have to choose this can edit. If you want they can view only, you can click here on can view. I want to give them editing rights, then I am clicking here can edit. So, and this is the link to share and click here on done. So now the link that I am sharing with you in the chat box. So please come here. Yes, you can do this program for your teachers also. See, just click on this and join my Mind Mr. Mind Mapping. I'm waiting for you. See, how many people are there in my mind mapping? Show here. 2 people have joined. So like this, please write something if you want, so that I could came to know that you are participating with me in this particular mind mapping. 5 people have joined. 14 people have joined. So you can give a task to by signing 5 students in one particular group, and they can work collaboratively, and a very beautiful feature will be created by the students. See, the changes will be done by the students who are here with me in this particular mind mapping tool. See, being teacher is very useful. Let me tell you, friends, if you want to add new material in one platform, you can do that, and if even the students can enjoy by using by doing all the things. Okay. So, any question? Then I will move forward towards infograph. Yes, there is a question, I think. How to remove a section? Yes, let me tell you. By clicking on that section, click here on that, you can remove that. If you want, then click here on undo. Simply, or just select that and click here on delete. So this is how you can delete a subtopic from here. Is it okay? Any other question? Yes. Can we take the printout of your whole map? You can take a picture of this as an image. You can, yes, you can take a print of this as an image. Right? So this is how you can create a new mind map. Even you can create a mind mapping tool for your one unit, for your whole unit. You need not to go here and there. You need not to go to collect your notes from here and there. Just put up the links over here, and by clicking one by one, you can explain all the material that you want to explain. Uh, Using, yes, you can, new material can be added only online way. You can edit, but for that there will be a synchronization between that group whom which you are working with. But if you are working in different directions in one mind mapping tool, then it will not be work. Means you will not be able to know what you have to do in this particular platform. I am not informed that what I have to do. So there is a proper organization between different persons who are working here in this platform. Okay. So now, friends, let me proceed towards infograph. See, infograph is a wonderful tool that you can use to spread information. See, you are here in this particular FDP, you are notified by a particular infograph, by a particular you can say that the card, invitation card, you can say that how the invitation cards, how the infographs, how the designings of that particular infograph in the form of main features. If you want to share main things, bullet points means what precautions you have to do, what precautions you don't have to do. If you want to prepare that in the form of colored features, how you can do that, let me tell you. For that, you have to create an infograph. And see, what is infograph and how infographics can be created? You can create infographics by using Canva, by using Pictochart, and by using other media. Basically, infograph होता क्या है? Infographic is basically a information that can be shown in a graphical manner. जैसे कि आप कोविड में देखते हो कि आज इतने % लोगों को हो गया, इतनों को हो गया, you will be notified in the form of a graph, right? Or in a visual representation or information in the form of a data. So you can create infograph for spreading the main information to others related to your particular topic. I will show you how it looks like and how my students have created different infographics so that the students can learn uh, by reading minimum content and to do more. Basically, an infographic is a collection of imagery, charts and minimal text. कम से कम टेक्स्ट जिसमें होता है that gives an easy to understand overview of the topic, जिसमें पूरा का पूरा ओवरव्यू उस टॉपिक से रिलेटेड दिया होता है कि कैसे हमें इसको करना है या कैसे नहीं करना. Right? So infographics use infographics basically use striking, engaging and visuals to communicate information quickly and easily. Then, what is an infograph? Infographics are basically becoming a popular tool nowadays that can be captured to attention of their target audiences. Sometimes you need to explore the things in a different manner and you want to notify others, and for that you have to be dependent upon others, or you can say that the computer persons who will came to know. But uh, right now it's easy to create an infograph by your own for spreading that kind of information that you want to spread. You have seen them shared on blogs or social media sites, and their visual appeal is very different, or you can say that very appealing. And how you can prepare that kind of appealing text in the form of infograph by breaking down the information into the very small chunks, and the specific theme can be created so that the concept can be grasped by the learner in a faster way. Now, why are infographics used? क्यों use करना चाहिए? Obviously, so as to make your complex information easy, and that can be helpful for slow learners, for a quick overview of the topic, to explain complex topics, complex processes, display research findings and survey data, to summarize a long post or report, to compare and contrast between different kind of things, different kind of methods, so as to raise awareness among an issue or a cause, that the awareness among COVID-19 can be spread by using this infograph, and many are doing like this. Many are already spreading by using this infographic information, right? And this is one of the infograph, different styles of cognitive learning styles. Different types, one infograph. And how many kinds of infographs are there? There are basically 9 kinds of different infographs, that is statistical, informational, timeline, process, geographic, comparison, hierarchical, list in which you can enlist different kind of things that you want to enlist, and resume. And what makes an infographic designing more effective? Basically, your aesthetic sense to see the things, and then your visual and to your way of presenting the information and to create patterns while communicating with others. Hmm. And to choose different basic designs in the form of elements, lines, borders, circles, and to organize your text in a different manner. How to create infographics? For that, what you have to do? Yes, for that you have to go for 4 basic steps. Uh, First of all, you should have to sign up at www.canva.com, and then you have to go to the designing part, and this is the main, you can say that the main interface of the Canva. Okay, now let me show you how this will look like. Oh, see, this is one of the infograph created by one of my student on formative versus summative evaluation. A quick review of this particular some formative and summative evaluation. See, formative evaluation is, summative evaluation is, and the goal, the purpose, and the focus. Isn't it easy with the help of an image? Even you can upload the videos. Huh? Yes. This is another affective domain. How many categories are there? 5 categories are there. This was prepared by one of my student again. And this is on professional orientation. The steps are there. The sources are there. The need is there. And students are prepared by themselves. I have just given a basic information like you. And this is on pedagogical analysis. See, this is the diagram of pedagogical analysis, flowchart basically. And this is the general information that they have written over here by writing the main text. And this is on the lecture versus demonstration, lecture cum demonstration method. What are the basic features and the purpose and the steps involved and the merits and the demerits. And this is on project method. See the way of beautifully representation given by, then project method given by, then definitions, and then the steps. See, it was prepared in PictoChart. PictoChart is also used for creating infograph. Almost all the features are same. I will show you how to create infograph in Canva, but you can use PictoChart also. Okay, so now let me show you how to create. So this is another project method that was created by again one of my students. Right. So how you can create, let me tell you. For that you have to go to canva.com. Canva.com. See, in Canva, let me first sign in. See, again the same task. If you have an account, then you have to sign in. But if you don't have an account, first of all, you should have to create an account by signing up, and you have to fill up the basic information. Then you have to verify your account. After that, you will be signing in. And this is the basic main template, main interface of the this infograph, Canva. And in Canva, you can create a design. You have to click on create a design. See friends, you can create lot many things in Canva, not only infograph, but I will show you here how to create infograph. But you can create a poster, over here, logo, presentation, birthday invitation cards, marriage invitation cards, other parties invitation card, Instagram post, animated social media. You can create videos, you can create Facebook posts, invitations, covers, cards, flyers, stories, brochure, photo collage, resume, business card, YouTube thumbnails, blog banners, YouTube channel art. You can create certificates, you can create desktop wallpaper, book cover, letterhead, ID card, CD cover, calendar, postcard, labels, many things. See, long list is there. And the designings are also there. What you have to do? Just you have to change the design as per your own requirement, change the text that you want. So it requires little bit your creativity. So if I want to create an infograph, I have to go to infograph. This is the blank design or template of the infograph, right? If you want to see the templates, if you want to take any template, you can click here, and these all are the templates. If you will click here, see all the templates will be opened, and you can choose anyone, and after that you can do the changes. See. So let me take this one. And what topic I want to take, which topic you want to take, you can do that. Let me click here, or let us take a general topic on personality. See, this is the template that I have taken, and I want to do some changes over here. So what could I have to do? From here, you want to zoom in, size zoom in or zoom out. I want to make this a 50% because it is not visible as a small size. So now this is the ready-made template. How reading helps children. This is the topic. And if you want to change, you have to click here. You have to go click here on backspace. All the material will be deleted. If you want to resume, then click here Control Z. So if you want to do the changes, then by clicking here over the text, you can delete one by one by clicking here on backspace, and you can write your text. Let's post personality. Right. Now, if you want to make this size as a larger, click here, like just click here and drag and drop the size. If you want to change the background size, then click here, go to this. Want to change the text size by clicking here. See, the text color will be changed like this, right? And if you want to change the background, clicking here on background, clicking here on color, I want this as a background color. Want this as a background color. I want this as a background color. This as a background color. So like this, you can change the background color as per your own wish. Okay. And see, again, if you want to change this small text, if you want to delete this, select this, click here on delete. If you want to change the position of this, you can click here on change the position. I want this to be deleted. If you want to resume, then again click here on Control Z. So let me type here, by deleting this, I want to write something over here. Basic features of personality. See, this is my small subtitle, right? You want to make this as enlarged, you can do that. You want to change the text size of this, just click here, just select this and do the changes. From here you can change the text color. From here you want to make this bold or unbold, you can. You want to make this italic, you can. You want to make this underline, you can. You want to make this a combination of large or small, then you can do that. You want to make this in the center by clicking here, alignment. You want centrally aligned, click here. You want to make this in bullet, you can put a bullet from here. You want to change the letter size, so you can do that. And you want to give some effects. I want this effect in this. See, the personality topic will be in curve. Like I have choose this thing because I want this neon, then this will be changed in this effect. I want this is the main effect, or I want this effect, I want this effect, right? So you can change the intensity of this particular text, right? So this is how you can do the effects. From here you can change the copy style. From here you can link. If you want to enter a link here, you want to enter a link of personality. Let me go to this website and type here personality basic features. Click here. I don't have time to choose the CC. You have to go to advanced setting and search for the particular uh, content that you get. You can share. Click here on copy. Click here, paste. Click here on apply. See, when the students will link here, click here. This site can be linked to that particular content that you have selected. So you can directly link from here. Then if you want to, so these are the basic changes that you can do that. And let me go to here background. If you want to change the background of this whole infograph, then you can choose. See, this is how it can be changed. Number of designs are there. You want to see all, then you have to click here, see all. So all the templates will come here. So you can change the background of this as liked by you. Then let's see all the results of this. Right? Number of background styles are there, so you can choose any one. If you want to do a night scene, then you have to click here. See, like it will be look like this. If you want to explain how the moon will look like, so you can change the background as per your own wish. Right? Now, friends, I want to change this. I think this particular subtopic suits here. If you want to change this image, click here on delete. You want to change, don't want this text, click here on delete. You want this text, click here and click here on delete or background. Then the text will be deleted. See, right? Click here and that will be deleted. Right. So this is blank. Now, if you want to add an image over here, then click here on uploads. So these all are the ready, the images that I already uploaded. If you want to upload any media from here, let me add this. See, the image that I clicked comes here. So I want this image over there. So I am selecting this image, making this image in the center. By just dragging from one side, I am changing the size of this image, and by dragging and dropping the image, I am changing the position. Right. So this is how you can insert the image. Okay. Now, if you want to insert a video, click here on video and you can upload a media from your desktop. So, or you want to upload it from drive or from device. I want to upload a video from my device. I have a video on this particular childhood drawing material. Let me click here. I want this video, or yes, let me click here on open. If the video size is large, then yes, the video comes here. So I am uploading this video. Just let me delete this. So I am taking this video here, just dropping the size. See. If you want to delete this, click here on delete. If you want to delete this, click here on delete. You don't want this line, underline over here, then you can delete this. Now you can enlarge the size of the video. And if you want to play this video in this particular infograph, just click here. The video will be displayed. And this video is related to the personality. And this is the projective technique of personality. And this is prepared by me. See? So this is how the video will going to be played when you will click here in the infograph. Right. So this is how you can upload the video. And if you want to upload an audio, then you can upload an audio also by speaking. Now, if you want to insert the photos, let me insert an photos on personality. And these are the photos of personality. Let me add this free photo. So the photo I have selected for free comes here. And if you want to delete the material, previously material, then you can click here and the background material will be deleted. See, like this. But I want to keep this as it is, so I can keep this. If you want to delete this, click here and delete this. I just drag and drop the size of this particular image and keeping this image over here. Right. So like this, you can adjust your material. You can change all the things. You need not to. So this is how you can delete the material that already have in this particular infograph. So this is how you can upload the video or images or photos related to your particular topic. right? So elements, how you can insert elements? Click here on elements. These all are the already recently used elements. I want to use elements related to personality again. Click here on, and these are the elements related to personality. I want to use this. So the element I want to use this comes here. So I'm keeping this element like this. And you can adjust the situation and the position of this particular element. Okay. I want this also here in the middle. So I have taken this. See. Right. You can change the position of the icons you want to. If you want this image here, you can do that. And how you can add text. So let me tell you how you can add text. So these are all the elements that you can use. Now go back. If you want to add lines, let me click here. So the line that I have selected comes here. And if you want to change the position of the line, just click here on the line and drag and drop the position of the line you want to add. Where you want to add, you can just take the line. See, you can change the position, you can make this enlarge, you can make this small. Okay, like this. So the line that you have selected comes here. You can add different shapes, you can add different features, frames, stickers, graphs, grids, zodiac signs. And see, these all are the things that you can add. So you can explore more and more to make it more brighter, more beautiful. Huh. I have used this feature. See. So that feature I have selected comes here. I want to change the position, and if I want to add something over here in the form of a text, then what you have to do, go to text. From here you can add a heading, subheading or title. I want to add a body text. Click here and whatever you want to write here, you can write in that box. See, you want to write something over here related to uh, features of personality. Okay, you want to make this as and larger, you can just drag the drop of the position of the text. Click here, select this, change the font, change the text size, change the color. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes. Hello. Hanji sir.
Uh,
Actually, my connection was lost. So I'm sharing my screen again.
okay, actually there was a technical error.
Yeah. I'm sorry for that. Uh, we are discussing about uh, the Canva infograph. See, so this is how you can insert more features by clicking here on more, right? So you can write something you want to write as an headings from here by clicking here on the text. You can add headings, subheadings, or little body text. So like this, you can prepare your infograph as per your own wish or requirement. And if you will click here to add notes, then you can click here. If you want to duplicate this, then you can duplicate this. If you want to add more pages, means you want to insert 2 or 3 pages more in one infograph, because in one infograph all the information is not shown, then you can click here to add more pages over here, right? And after making this infograph, see, this is also a collaborative tool. You can work together with this infograph by sharing with others. And how you can share? Before sharing, let me tell you, when you will complete this, then how you can download. Click here on download. See, you can click download and play version. So I am downloading here. In you can download in this GIF form, in JPG form, in PNG form. So I'm clicking here on PNG form and click here on play and download. Right. But I think it will ask me to go for paid version. So you can download by directly from here. See. Or if you want to share, then you have to go to share and type the email with whom you want to share, or you can copy the link and share with the persons with whom you want to share. And in this also, you want to give them the editing rights, or you want to give them the viewer rights. If you want to give the public as editing rights, then you have to click on edit. And if you want to give them as only view rights, means they can just view that infograph that you have created, then you can click on view, otherwise click on edit. And you can share with others. So now if you have any question, then you can ask. See, in free version, it will give you a watermark. See, this is the infograph that I have downloaded, and I can save this infograph at my desktop also. Just wait, it's opening. So any question? See, this is the infograph that I have created. Is here in JPG, PNG, PDF, whatever you want to download, you can choose that. And here you can write your name also as a footnote. You can add footnotes, you can add headers in this, right? So let me stop my screen share, and if you have any question, you can ask. Hello. So this is all about the infograph and MindMeister. And is there any question? Then you can ask. So my voice is audible. Hello. So मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Two titles in the. How did you create two titles in the? You can create as many titles as you can. It is entirely up to you. You can add 2 or more pages. Yes, it can be used offline. After creating, you can this image is with you and you can use this anywhere. But for creating, you have to go online. Yes, the link of mind map can be given in Google Classroom anywhere. You can just give assignment and give the mind map link that you have created in your Google Classroom, and the students will just click there. But that you should have to keep in mind that whether you want to give them editing rights or only your rights, right? Yes, you can share in Teams also. You can give an assignment in mind mapping given 4, 4, 5, 5 students in one group, and they can create one mind map on this particular topic, and they can create mind map on this particular topic. This you can do also. You can create 2 or more titles in one infograph by creating more and more pages. In one page, you just show that personality and its concept. By creating second page, you can show that the types of personality or methods of personality. Like this, you can do. No, it will not ask to go for paid version with watermark. With watermark. With watermark, you can create a download as free. Yes, I have created fresh infograph. I have created my own to show you in demo. I have created my own. Where the download sign is showing, after that there is a line, very small size line in which this is written download as a watermark. When you will click there, then it will be downloaded for free. How about title and subtitle headings? Let me share my screen once again. See, on the left hand side, there is a featured pop-up. When you will click here on text, and if you want to add something here, add a heading, then you have to click here on add a subheading. See, add a subheading, text box created here. And if you want to write something over here, you can write something, say. And if you want to change this, click here, go to the font, choose this font size, choose the color, right? So like this you can do. Any other question? Yes. Can fresh infographic be created? How? What title and subtitle? I told you, ma'am. Any other question? You can raise your hand if you have any question. Okay. So these both the tools are very useful and wonderful. So practice. Yes, this is a type of brochure. You can create brochure. You can create this for using the main headings. So this is entirely up to you. This is your creativity that how you could use this particular tool, right? So please practice, and if you have any query, then you can mail me. Hello, Pramod sir, are you there? Hello, can we use infographics while creating brochure? Yes, you can use that. Even I have created one. I have created one as my research paper. Let me show you uh, in the poster form. Let me search and I'm showing you just if you have a minute. COVID poster. See, I'm sharing my screen once again. To show you the poster that I have created in this. See, this is the poster that I have prepared to show the main findings of my particular topic. I have prepared a research paper on reaction towards mental health and emotional well-being of students during COVID-19 lockdown. So I have prepared a poster in this. See, the title, the abstract, the methodology, the objectives, the findings of my questions, result and interpretation, and conclusion, and the graphs and the references. This all I have done with the help of this infograph or in the poster making section in Canva. So you can do that easily. But you have your material with you. Right. So this is your way of representing the things. Only you should have to explore more and more and to find different ways to interpret your data, to interpret your information with your students. Right. Anything you want to ask? Okay, Pramod sir, I think this is all for today's session. Are you there? So I think we can close the session for today. Hello? Pramod sir, are you there? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sarita, ma'am. Actually, sir is host and he is not there. I think, yes. So you can leave. This is all from my side and you can leave. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you to all for your patience listening.